What's going on YouTube? This your boy Snow from TNC coming at you guys with a spicy deck profile. This is the list that I took with me to the Greenville Regional. Didn't do so hot, but that really didn't matter. I already had my I already got my invite through remote duel, so I was like, hey, I'm trying to kind of have some fun before the deck that I actually want to play comes out on Wednesday, which we all know is the Fire King deck. The reason I'm doing the deck profile because I had a lot of people. The 5 rounds that I did play, which I ended up finishing 2-1-2, 2 wins, 1 loss, 2 draws. 1 draw I couldn't do anything about. Second one, I could have actually probably won that game, but I punted because I was just playing under pressure under time and just kind of lost my train of thought. But nevertheless, I did have a lot of people interested in the deck. A lot of the times, even though I got hand trapped like 2-3 times, I was still able to come up with decent boards. And they were kind of like, what is this you playing? So I'm gonna drop the list, and hopefully you guys like it. And if you find any ways to make the list better, make I.S.H 2023 better, let me know. All right, so let's get right into it. Let me move the extra deck out of the way. All right, move this out the way. All right, so first, obviously, 3 of the boy. Sorry about the glare. 3 Alistair. What can we say about this? This is the Alistair deck. It's a deck that requires not a lot of engine because he is his own engine. That's a very strong engine. So, yeah, I know a lot of people were like, man, how did you make this work, especially with the amount of hand traps being played? When he resolved, he resolved. If he did, we went another route. But a lot of the times, it seems like he resolved more often than not. So that says a lot about the hand traps right now. And I will say, a lot of the times I did draw Invocation a lot too. So, yeah, that's it for him. 3 Alistair. Something that I chose for a defensive card in the deck is obviously 3 Ephemerate. We probably won't have much longer with this guy, but while we do, and playing with the type of deck that we're playing, this don't require a lot of engine spots. So I put him in. For some decks, he's a problem, so people tend to use their hand traps on him, especially at a regional level. A lot of people kind of don't know how deck interactions work, so they just see a threat and then they deal with it. So he baited out a lot of hand traps, and he either gave me more follow-up. So, yeah, I had to play the guy. Next off, we played the other part of the engine, or other part of the deck, the Sinful Spoils. One deal Bellstar, which she put in a lot of work, especially grabbing me another card in the deck that kind of helped me out even when Alistair didn't resolve. So, yeah, I kind of wanted to bump her up, but not too much. She might go up, she might not. Next, since we are playing the Sinful Spoils package, this probably kind of give away the other engine, but we played 3 Volcanic Shell. With the fact that we are playing the Deal Bellstar package, this is a great way to gain like hand advantage, especially for the Deal Bellstar Witch on follow-up turns by him just being able to add another copy of himself from the deck. And being a level 1 for Purgatrio, being a level 1 for Link Karibo, so that stuff don't get attacked over. Man, it literally does a lot. He's a very good card, and he's something good to get off the Wonder package too, man. So, Sinful Spoils, original Snake Eye. Then the next part of the engine, and another reason why we played the Volcanic Shell, Horus, the Horus cards. These cards are absolutely absurd. kind of don't know what Konami was thinking when they made these, but these cards are absurd. I played 2 Mseti, 1 Happy, and 1 Durmatorf. I chose not to play the other Q name one because she really just didn't offer much to the deck. I mean, yeah, she is another big body, but I would just rather the Durmatorf over her because sometimes that draw effect does come up, and if they waste a hand trap like Imperm or something on her, then they gave her effect so that she'll be 0. I'm fine with that. That's one less hand trap that I have to worry about for resolving Alistair. So yeah, played that. Then we got hand traps. This was a regional, so I played double nib to deal with rogue triple ash. Obviously, it's probably what this hand trap is actually becoming very lackluster. Like I found myself that my opponent was still playing through a lot of stuff. Even like when I tried to use my Ash at key points, it kind of just still like didn't do much. Now against the road decks, like with being at a regional, it did kill certain road decks that needed to resolve like certain key cards. And me being a road player, I kind of knew what most of the road decks did, but like the meta decks, and the reason why they're meta decks is because they don't lose to single or double hand traps a lot of the time, especially with the way the format is right now. So I liked it, but I didn't like it. I probably wouldn't play it if I was at like a YCS or something, because just if you really look at the meta, like you will see that this card is very meh. One card that did come up a lot is Valor. Valor put in a lot of work. Like I think effect negation is probably the way to go like right now in the format, because like there's so many powerful effects in the game. So it's like you definitely would want to play that more towards than just trying to stop a single ad or a single ad back or whatever the case may be, because it's usually like you keep playing through it and it's just like you losing a card out of your hand where you could have had a card that will help you progress your game state, or something that kind of just put more pressure on them. So yeah, and then the last hand trap, like I said, fake negation is the way to go. So 3 infinite impairments. That was all my hand traps. I think that was like 11 hand traps. For the spells, we played 1 terraforming. Had to borrow 1. I don't know why I didn't have another one, but double invocation. I usually will only play 1 of these, but the reason why I played 2 is because I felt like it was going to be a lot of tier, and so I wanted to stop. I wanted to, like, if I have a way to banish my Alistair, I needed to have another one of these copies of it. I wanted to have another evocation in the deck so that at least milling these wouldn't kill my engine. So, yep. Next off, for the Sinful Spoils cards, obviously we played one Relic, 1 OSS, and then the three Wanteds. There's not much to say about that. This is one of the most crazy engines in the game right now, so you gotta play it. And so next we have 3 King Sarcophagus. Reason I played 3 King Sarc is because No, 2 is probably the most optimal, but 3, I kind of want to use my M-City as more of bait for my opponent to ash or try to draw me, and then still have open up with 1 so that it kind of just makes them go -1, because this card is insane. It's obviously like one of the key parts of the Horus deck, so you want to see this card. So I just like, you know what, I want to play 3, and then I find myself sometimes just like hating the fact that when they get banished, and then I know I only got 1 left, and then or I open with the 2, and then M-City. Now I kind of just lose interaction, so, or not interaction, but lose plays. So the 3 really came up. A lot of people didn't expect me to play 3, and so when they seen the 3rd, they, you know, it usually closed the game out for me. And then it wouldn't be an Alistair deck without the 3 meltdown. Card's insane, love it, great card. And that's it for the main deck. Oh, sorry, it's not for the main deck. I forgot I did play 1 Silver Spoils Trap, Silver, whatever it's called. This card just stopped people from hitting me with board wipes or evenly matching stuff like that. So this card was insane. That's it for the main deck. That was 40 cards. I think 40 cards. Yeah. Well, sorry, I don't have a tripod, so that's why my camera keeps moving. For the extra deck, we have 1 Macabre, 1 Caliga, 1 Purgatrio, and 1 Avoidance. These cards came up a lot, especially against combo decks. So I made this, and a lot of times they couldn't actually just like deal with it, because this with an Alistair in hand, yeah, they pass turn, and then on my turn, I use a normal summon, go into SP, and go off. So it's like a floodgate. This card came up a lot too, popping, and then making rank 8 off the Horus cards. So this card's insane. Yeah, that's probably it for the invoke cards. Next we have 1 Link Karibo, 1 Artemis. I decided to play this over Almirage because I already had fire targets in my deck, and I just liked to discard better to make Macabre. We also have 1 IP, 1 SP, 1 Dark, 1 Heater. These are my utility cards. They came up a lot. Sorry about the glare. This glare is killing them. But yeah, my utility cards came up a lot. Liked them. Bring it back, Ash. Go for game. And you'll know why I'm talking about going for game, because we played the Selene and the access code package. My Charmers made this game, so that's why I played these. And for XYZs, 1 Typhon, 1 Dengirsu, to help me deal with like pesky cards that I can't get rid of or that I can't target. So we use this. And then the most underwhelming card all weekend was the Giant Trainer. This card actually sucked. It's not good. It's really not good, especially in a high traffic hand trap format. This card did not resolve. Probably out of those 5 games, only resolved once. Excuse me, but this is my kids in the background. Kion, quiet. Sorry about that. That's it for the extra deck. For the main, for the side, 2 Ghost Bells, 2 Bystials, double draw. I just wanted to have it. I felt like my deck could kind of deal with, if you know what you're doing, you can kind of deal with most boards. Perla was probably one of my, I think my most scariest matchups to me was if I had to deal with a Pearly deck or a Labyrinth deck. So that's kind of what I sided more for, Pearly and Labyrinth. So obviously that's what the Ghost Bells is in there, the Bystials, and this is kind of like my Pearly matchup. Then we also had Duster to Lightning Storm, one talents, and double thrust. All these cards just work pretty good. And then lastly, for going first, 3 there can only be one. Obviously, it's an Invoked deck. Everything this deck makes is a different type. All the Horus cards are different types. Sinful Spoils is different type from the fire stuff. So this card comes up a lot. This card did put in a lot of work against all the mono type decks. So yeah, that's it. Hope you guys enjoyed the deck profile. Hope you guys find this deck to be inspiring, and if you got a little fun tournament you got to go to that's really not just like going to be high level, then you should definitely try it out. Pretty sure you'll have a lot of fun with it. All right, this Snow from TCGNC. I'm out.